right. Hello. Good morning, everybody. I am Chloe. This is Rise and Right. I am currently applying to see if I can get the vaccine. This is weird. I'm on the Georgia Public Health site, and it did like an autofill for me, and it autofilled Georgia as my county. There's no Georgia County in Georgia. They just put the state in the county. Also, they're asking for my country, which I guess this is probably just a form letter, and this is what happens, or like, a general use document, this putting in my information. But if I am trying to get here from another country to get the COVID vaccination, then if anybody's doing that, just give it to them. Like, good grief, they're trying their hardest. Do not have health insurance. So, also, I am partially doing this because I don't know what I am working on today. I know what I need to be working on. I have two things that I need to be working on. One of them I could just like pick up and do and be fine. But the thing that I need to do first, which is writing a short story, because I didn't write one yesterday and I need to get better about it. Hello, Courtney. So yeah, what I need to do first, I don't know what I'm doing. I have officially run out of tropes from that challenge that I was doing. And I know I was bitching the last couple of days about what I had left to do and how I didn't want to do them, but now I'm like, I need them. So I have no idea. I don't know what today's short story is going to be. I just know that I need to write it. And also I need to get my COVID vaccine if there's anything available. There are no vaccine centers in my range. If I jump up to 20, this hurts. So there is nothing available, according to the Georgia Department of Health, within 100 miles of me. And I'm sure that like there are some places that are not on this site or are not reporting often enough to the site, but that's it. I can't get the damn vaccine. And it's frustrating because I think I need to go back to work because I think I need to figure out a new living situation. So, and that's really hard to do when you don't have any reportable income. It's not like I can show them my royalties estimator from Amazon and get a loan from that. So I'm in a rough situation right now because I don't want to go back to work until I have the vaccine, and I can't get the vaccine. Anyway, let's go ahead and do our first sprint because it is that time. And I'm gonna poke around and see if I can find something that has exciting prompts for me. Yes, Courtney, it is a lot of stress that I could have been more prepared for if I had assumed that people were lying to me. But I didn't make that assumption, and so here we are. Yay. Okay. We are going to go for 10 minutes, and I realized that I started that clock before I actually put it on the screen. I'm hitting the wrong buttons now. This will be one of those mornings. It's okay. I'm going to get this started, and then we are going to go. All right. So 10 minutes on the clock. I'll see you guys at 16 past. Okay, that is time. Let me know how you did. I did start writing. I wrote 107 words. I found a I found a site of writing prompts, which of course there are sites of writing prompts everywhere. But this site, it's 101 right. I don't, there are some things like websites. Okay, let me say this another way. When you are searching for a recipe and you find the name of a recipe that sounds really good, and you go to the website and you just want the recipe, and instead you have to go through an entire sales pitch and a background life story about how great this recipe was and how difficult it was to survive the depression or whatever it happens to be. So I'm looking for writing prompts, and this site, oh my God, now I can't find the quote. Maybe it wasn't this site. I but anyways, this site has like a great big sales pitch about how great writing prompts are. Totally unnecessary. But I feel like there was one really funny sentence on how great writing prompts are that um oh no, never mind. Here it is. The sentence that got me, that I was like, what? What are you trying to say? Here, I've gathered 101 proven writing prompts for adults that you can use today. What what the hell is a proven writing prompt? There's nothing to prove in a writing prompt. And the thing is that like y'all are writers, you know this. Writing prompts come in all shapes and sizes. There's no like this is the right way to do a writing prompt. Some writing prompts are photos. Sometimes it's like a single color. These happen to be sentence starters. Um, which is cool. This is absolutely something that works a bit for me. I remember the first time is the first one in the list, and I was like, I can keep going off of that sentence. I just found it really funny that there's apparently some way to prove a writing prompt. Also, I ran out of allergy medicine a couple of days ago. It's supposed to arrive. It says it's supposed to arrive tomorrow, but it's really not that far from my house right now, so I'm hoping that is a lie. But also, it turns out that I'm allergic to everything, and I didn't realize it. It's like my skin is on fire right now. Which is why I'm in summer clothes when it's actually like really cold out there. Everything touching my body is uncomfortable right now. And yes, I'm now seeing your responses. Oh, by the way, I'm not ignoring everybody who has showed up. So let me get my mouse to move. Sorry, we're just gonna have that day. So, hey CB, and hey Devin, and hey Violet, and hey Laura is also here. Laura uses surrealist paintings sometimes for horror prompts. Those are great for horror prompts. And as Devin said, prompts can be a single word. Yes, this is absolutely my question, Devin. Is there now a prompt validation agency? Like, this is it. Oh, my medicine is out for delivery. I will survive the day. Yes. Okay. It was saying tomorrow yesterday, but also yesterday it was like 20 miles from my house. And of course, like I'm in Atlanta, so 20 miles is the end of the world. But by that I mean like 20 miles is, it's like I used to live in a rural area, and 20 miles from me was the exact same thing as what I was living in. 20 miles here is like you have no idea what you're going to be in at that point, because things change so quickly going through a city. But but yeah, so it's on its way. Hopefully by the end of the day, I will not be itchy everywhere. I even like, I was blaming my detergent. It's not my detergent. My skin is just super sensitive to everything right now. I'm sure it's just pollen um, weaseling its way in. But like, there was even a moment yesterday where I pulled out something from my closet. I have a onesie. I have several, but like I pulled out one that has been in my closet for like 5 years. Like this has gotten exposed to nothing. It's good. It wasn't. Everything is bad. So my good news for today, I have bad news today, and that's that I don't have a chance of getting a COVID vaccine anytime soon. But my good news is my allergy medicine is going to arrive. And on that note, let's go ahead and do our next sprint. It is going to be 20 minutes this time. If I can find the button, there we go. It is 10:22, so I'll see you guys at 10:42. Okay, that is time. I'm sorry for my bad joke, Laura. I am going to attempt to use some of those prompts, though. I might end up like saving them for October and actually doing a bit of oh God, what's it called? The stuff that's horror but not actually the like humorous stuff. There's a specific term for it, but like the humorous stuff from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. There's a name for that genre of horror, but I might do that, but like make it smutty. Also, I did some writing. I wrote 118 words, which was not much, but I got myself a cup of coffee and I went on the hunt again for a vaccine location. I don't know why I did. I just did. Literally the closest place to me to get one right now is Augusta, which is 150 miles away from me. So I can't warrant driving that far. I thought I had found a place that was 35 miles from me, and that's a trip. Like I can do that trip. But this, yeah, the nearest, if you are in Atlanta and you want the vaccine right now, you have to travel 150 miles. And this is how Atlanta is. I don't know. Anyways, let me know what y'all are working on. Tell me some good news. I do. Like everything is real. Everything is real good news, bad news for me right now. So like there's also some like okay, so I'm trying to get the vaccine because I'm gonna have to go back to work because I need to have actual reportable income. Because it looks like I'm gonna have to like find a new place to live soon. And there are options available to me that I wouldn't need to go through any sort of like a credit or background check or anything like that. But I don't like those options, and I don't live that life anymore where I just take whatever is available and make it work. Like I've moved on from that. Like it's been a part of my life before. And I feel like I've paid my dues and I should be finding a place to live that I actually want to live at. But I don't have reportable income right now because I'm a writer and I haven't made enough off of it to prove that I can do anything with it. So I gotta go back to work. I don't want to get the vaccine before I go back to work because I do work like where I'll be going back to work, I will be out in the public. So it is a situation for me. It's a problematic one to be sure. But the other side of things is that as of the 17th of this month, as of Wednesday, I have this month has been a record-breaking month for me. And yesterday, so on the 17th, I hit a record in monthly royalties. And then yesterday, I had a record-breaking single day. So, like, things are working. I'm certainly not at the livable wage that I need to be at. And even more complicated again is this fact that it's not very reportable income. And it's certainly not enough that I can reasonably say, well, like I realize that I'm only making this much this month. But like if you see my growth right now, you can see where like I'm doing this much better. And if we keep following that trend, then by July I'll be making bank, like I can't, that's not how you get loans. That's not how you get leases. So I do have to go back to work and it sucks. It's gonna set me back, but also I need to live. So It is what it is. We'll go ahead and start the next sprint in just a moment. But Violet is editing a commission and is not so happy about that. And note to self, try not to write 10,000 words at 4 a.m. That is absolutely fair. I've been there, I've done it, but like, don't. It's a bad news bears. And CB is using ProWriting Aid to proofread her pre-camp nano project. That's awesome. Yes, Camp Nano is starting in about 2 weeks, a little under 2 weeks now. I wanted to be further along than I am. I was hoping to write an entire short story this month. I've written like many short stories this month, but specifically the final book of my Demon series, and I haven't touched yet, and it's going to be a longer one. So that's probably going to be my camp project, but we'll see what happens. So I will see you guys in 20 minutes. That's going back on the clock. It is 10:48. So I will see you guys at 11:08. Okay. That was time. Let me know how you did. I'm at 589, and I don't remember. I don't know how many sprints that we've done. What are we at? Oh no, I have no idea how I did on that sprint. I'm going to say it that way. For the show in general, I am at 589. Hopefully I can speed through the next part better because I really need to get my pacing up. I don't know if I just zoned out in the middle of that or what, but I need to get better. That's okay. Especially if I'm going back to work. Oh my God, it's okay. I'm not panicking at all about this decision. It's life. Violet got a few more pages edited. Fantastic. I've got editing that I will also be doing today. Basically today, I'm going to write this short story, and then I am hopefully going to edit about a third is my goal. Proofread about a third of my final shifter novel, which should be fairly okay. I did make it a goal to, I had planned initially on publishing it earlier this month, and I said, you know what, let me just do one more read through on it. So that's what I'm doing now. So it should be pretty good. I read the first couple of chapters. I didn't find any actual typos in it. There were a couple, yes, he is there. I didn't find any actual typos, just a couple of places where I was like, I don't like how I worded this. I know how to word this better. But yeah, so I'll be working on that today. And then tonight, what is today? Is today Friday? Yes. So today we're playing Don't Starve Together, because I now have like game dates. This is what my life is. I am only playing Don't Starve Together now, and I have a Sunday night date with Haley and a couple other people. And then I also have now this Friday night, which is usually Thursday. We had decided it was going to be Thursday, and then Thursday got messed up. Oh my God, it is the final day of winter. But anyways, it's my best friend Sarah and our buddy James is tonight, and this is like my other social thing I have now. I've got y'all, and I've got my 2 nights weekly DST dates. And that doesn't sound right. Don't Starve Together dates. And then I've got my weekly Bob Ross-offs, which, if anybody is interested in doing a Bob Ross-off with me, I am looking for somebody for, oh gosh, the first full week of next month. So it would be third, let's see, fourth, fifth, the 6th, Tuesday, April 6th. If anybody would like to join me on screen to paint a Bob Ross video, or paint, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the form right now, and of course I can't speak because of it. Anyways, if anybody would like to join me to paint a Bob Ross painting, you can sign up on that link right there. Like I said, the next availability I have is April 6th. I am flexible about that. I'm aiming for Tuesdays at 7 p.m. If the day needs to change, if the time needs to change, I am flexible with it. I do prefer to stay in that evening time. But anyways, if anybody wants to join me, that is the form. CB, you don't have to be an artist. It would be terribly late for you, though. That is, I guess, the one problem. Because I can't really start before 7, just because of the rest of my life. So I feel like it would be too late. But like, if you watch my most recent video, the one that was from yesterday, it was me and my friend Beth. Beth is also no artist at all. Her painting came out pretty good. It was her second time doing a Bob Ross painting, so the first one definitely came out rougher than the second one. But it's really like not being able to paint well is not, it's this is more about having an interaction with other people. um it's not like, even if you can't do it, it's the funny thing with Bob Ross is that, like, worst case scenario, you end up with like an impressionist version of a Bob Ross painting. Yesterday's, certainly, like, my trees came out really weird. It was funny with yesterday's, there were 4 elements to it, which is pretty normal for a Bob Ross painting. So it is this one that is in the background. I don't have a good way of showing you that background, do I? It is what is floating around back here. But basically, you've got the sky, there is a mountain, there is like a plain with a river, and then there's the foreground trees on it. And I had great that meadow background area with the river and a great sky. And Beth had great mountain and great foreground. And it was like, man, if we could just like put these two together, we would have one really awesome painting and one really terrible painting. But it's okay. But yeah, so if anybody's interested, it's just a fun thing. It's about 2 hours. But you just have to be able to like set up your technology properly to do it. Um, so that they can see it. Sako is going to be joining me next week, and she's going to be using, I'm completely forgetting the name of it, but she's going to be using the iPad drawing program that everybody is nuts about. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that comes out. But even that is an option. So yeah, if anybody wants to join me, form is there. Let's go ahead and do our next sprint. We are going to go for 20 again. It is 11:16, so that will take us to 11:36, which is perfect because I'll be able to squeeze one more in there. Yes, as Shadow has just said, Bob Ross is all about being able to paint, even if you're not an artist. Like, you'll get really mad at how good he is at what he does, but then if you look at your painting, no matter how bad it is, if you look at your painting the next day, it's like, oh, that actually looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it's neat. And that is the beauty of it, is that like literally anybody can do it. So we're gonna go for 20 minutes. I will see you guys at 11:37. Okay, that is time. Let me know how you did. Um, I wrote about 400 words there, so I guess I'm making progress. Hopefully, I can get this finished in the next sprint, so I can move on to big project stuff. But I am aiming to have that novel proofread in the next 3 days, and I've done 3 chapters of it now, which I believe ended up being 15% of it, which is a much better number than chapters, considering that I don't remember how many chapters it is. But so I have to like get that going. That is due at the end of the month, and I wanted to do some other stuff this month. So we'll see what happens. Also, I just like flipped my computer over to a news site, and there's an article about the shooting, which incidentally the murder spree that happened in Atlanta Tuesday, which one of those places is 10 miles from me. So and like I know people who went to high school with him. Because I worked in the area that he's from. So it's all like pretty messed up to me. But there's an article here of eyewitness report, a bystander testimony, and it's somebody um, who was there as a patron at the massage parlor, and like I'm glad that he's there telling his story, but also I wouldn't be able to admit to people if I was at a place like that. I'm glad he survived. The whole thing is a nightmare. But like, it's just weird that somebody would be like, yeah, I was there. I was getting a massage. It sucks. The whole thing does. Anyways, I just was thrown off by that. I was not expecting. And like yesterday, I saw another one that was like an eyewitness bystander thing. But they were going to the business next door to it. There's like a Western Union next door to it. So he was like, yeah, I was going to the Western Union to do whatever. And all this happened. Oh, okay. Oh, actually, he was one of the people who was shot. That was a crazy story. Obviously, he survived, but like he basically got shot and called his wife to be like, hey, I'm dying right now. And she basically like, talked him through till medical help came. And from the sounds of it, like he wasn't doing well. So whole thing's real crazy. But anyways, it's terrible. Shadow got 157 that time. Well done, Shadow. Like I said, I got like 400 on this, and I feel like I should be able to get this finished within the next sprint. It's really like where I cut this scene off, I guess. Because I know that there are 2 elements to it, but like if I write out that second element, then yeah, it's going to take longer. But if I just kind of skip over the second element, if I fade to black at the second element, then I should be able to finish this during this next sprint, which is what I need to do. Like I need to get better about just ending these things. I had put a goal of 1,000 words on this one, and I'm already at 931. So this continues to be my problem, that everything goes longer than I want it to. Let's go ahead and do that last sprint though, because I have stuff at 1:00, so I would like to get that stuff done. Or I would like to get a little break in between. Let's see. I've been trying not to think so much about these attacks because as an Asian American, when I start thinking on them, yes. And I am so tired of this whole thing. Well, it's not that they were Asian. It's that they're sex workers. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. that is not um, that's not valid. Especially in Atlanta, we absolutely have plenty of prostitutes. I'm not even, obviously nobody should die, but like the fact that seven of eight of the dead are Asian, like, no, this is absolutely, like, it could be a combination of the two factors, certainly, but like, he deliberately went for Asian women. We're all really furious. Don't worry. Like, if you're worried that people in Georgia think that fucking cop said the right thing with that insanity of he had a bad day, no, we're all pissed and we're calling for him to get fired. And I don't know, that area is really weird because it's Metro Atlanta, but it's like on the border of banjo country. So it's really hard to get progressive stuff to actually work there, and you end up with a lot of people who are like this. And yes, fetishism is absolutely a form of racism as well. So it doesn't, yeah, if it had been a mix of people, I mean, it still would have been a fucking murder spree. Like, regardless, it's still a murder spree. But the fact that he specifically went for Asians, it doesn't matter anything beyond that. No matter why he targeted Asian women, he targeted Asian women. It is absolutely a hate crime. Okay, let's do our last sprint. Yes, I have strong feelings about this too. I literally was just a really good friend of mine is a Chinese immigrant, and like 2 days before it happened, we were talking about the issues that Asians are having in this country right now. And at that point, I was like, well, you know what? I know it's going up, but like, I don't think it's enough to change your lifestyle. There's a point where, it's the numbers are still low enough that like it's anyway. Yeah, and then this happened the next day. Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of great people here. It's just once you get toward the edges of the urban areas that everything starts to fall apart. And there's also the issue that like that's where things are still really diverse. Um they're not living in a bubble and they act like they are. Anyways, okay. Sorry. We're gonna go for 20 minutes one last time. It is 11:45, so I will see you guys at just past noon. Okay, that is time, and that is the show for today. I got 1,328. I probably have about 100 words before I finish this, so I'm doing okay. I will at least be under 1,500, which is getting better. So this is my last show for the week. Next week I will be here Monday at 4 p.m., Tuesday at 8 a.m. Hopefully. I had to cancel this week's because I was not feeling well and I haven't been able to sleep well lately. Hopefully, once my allergy medicine comes, I'll be able to sleep better. So hopefully I'll be here Tuesday at 8 a.m., Wednesday at 8 p.m., and then Thursday and Friday at 10 a.m. this time slot. And the Bob Ross Off again will be happening on Tuesday at 7 p.m. It is me and Sako is going to be doing digital art, so I'm really excited about that. You guys all have a great day, and I will see you